From Amateur Radio Newsline Report, number 2064, these are the Ham Nation headlines for Wednesday, May 24th, 2017. Hamvention 2017 is in the books, and we're still going through our notes and interviews, so look for a full report in upcoming newscast. Of course, a big part of Hamvention is the awards. On a recent episode of his podcast, Ham Talk Live, Neil Rapp, WB9 VPG, caught up with the 2017 Amateur of the Year, Frank Bauer, KA3HDO. Frank's chairman of ARIS, the amateur radio on the International Space Station.
It's hard to believe that 2 weeks after the first crew came on board, we inaugurated the amateur radio station, and we've been operational ever since. And so that was back in November of 2000. Since then, we've done over 1,000 contacts. We're almost up to 1,100 contacts at this point. And what the team has accomplished has been phenomenal. Being able to allow hams around the world to talk to the astronauts on orbit when we get a crew member that's interested in talking to hams on the ground, and all of the students and getting students excited about amateur radio. That's a very important thing, not only excited, but actually getting licensed.
Bauer also reflected on the connection between space and ham radio.
This is that melding of amateur radio into other activities, scientific activities and engineering activities, where this hobby is just phenomenal. And I'll say I'm forever grateful for the fact that I got involved in amateur radio, because it has helped my career and it has helped everyone on Earth from that perspective.
Congratulations to Frank and all of the 2017 winners. A notorious former ham has become a silent key. Mike Askins, KE5CXP, has more on the passing of K1MAN.
A former radio amateur long known for his disputes with the FCC over malicious interference and other illegal transmissions has become a silent key. Glenn Baxter of Belgrade, Maine, died May 5th. He first became a licensed amateur in 1956, but at the time of his death, Baxter had long since lost his amateur extra call sign, K1MAN, which is now held by another radio operator. Baxter was well known for his enforcement battles with the FCC and his disputes with the ARRL. He lost his license in 2014 when the FCC denied his renewal application based on his failure to pay a $10,000 fine from previous violations. An obituary on the Maine Today website said that Baxter was a registered professional engineer. Glenn Baxter was 75.
When it comes to ham radio, there's homebrew, and then there's homebrew.
How can a portable HF mag loop antenna help an aging system of UHF and VHF repeaters? Actually, it can save the day when it becomes a homebrew fundraising project for a ham club. Rob Fissel, K2RWF president of the Tri-County Radio Association in Union, New Jersey, said this mag loop was the right choice at the right time.
W2LI has been in existence now for over 80 years at this point, and one of the big things that we provide is a very wide area coverage of repeater system, both VHF and UHF, and that equipment is starting to show its age. We wanted to be proactive about coming up with replacements for it and ensuring that, whatever we bought would last us for a decade or two to come. And rather than kind of wait for something bad to happen, we thought we'd take the proactive approach of fundraising and work to get the money ourselves.
Work is just what they did. Gathering on weekends with antenna components, they held antenna building parties. Working assembly line style, they have already shipped 40 mag loops, and the club continues to receive pre-orders for the next batch.
It's a club raising effort, and people like the concept that not only are they getting a quality product, but they're also supporting a cause at the same time.
The antennas cost $165, and every sale helps the bottom line, says Rob. Best of all, this venture is all about hams building something for other hams. And in turn, it's about hams buying something that will benefit fellow hams. Like a mag loop antenna itself, the effort all comes full circle. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT.
We're in the final days in the nominating period for the 2017 Bill Pasternak WA6ITF Young Ham of the Year Award. Nominations close May 31st. You can find the nominating form on our website, arnewsline.org, under the YHOTY tab. We'll present the award at the Huntsville, Alabama Ham Fest in August. And for the rest of this week's Amateur Radio News, please listen to the full Amateur Radio Newsline report online on a repeater near you or on shortwave radio station WTWW at 9930 and 5085 kilohertz. And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news for 4 decades and counting at www.arnewsline.org. With Neil Rapp, WB9VPG, Mike Askins, KE5CXP, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe. I'm Don Wilbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.